everyone. Welcome into the next session of English grammar. Today, we will mainly discuss what is the difference between a transitive verb and an intransitive verb, and how to identify a transitive verb or intransitive verb, and what plays the main role in the sentence to identify whether it is a transitive verb or an intransitive verb. We have another point to discuss today. What comes after an intransitive verb and how to find out a transitive verb and how to fix whether it is a transitive verb or an intransitive verb. And also we need to discuss what comes after an intransitive verb. Let us also discuss how certain verbs act in both the sentences, how they act as transitive verb and also as an intransitive verb. Before listening this video, I request you to understand and watch the first video. The link of the first video, part 1, is given in the description box. എല്ലാവരും എന്നെ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവരും ഈ വീഡിയോ കാണുന്നതിനു മുന്നേ പാർട്ട് 1 കണ്ട് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയതിനു ശേഷം ഈ വീഡിയോ കാണുക. എന്നാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വളരെ സിമ്പിൾ ആയിട്ട് ഈ ടോപ്പിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നല്ലവണ്ണം മനസ്സിലായി എങ്കിൽ, ഈ വീഡിയോ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യാൻ മറക്കരുത്, കമന്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ മറക്കരുത്, ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ മറക്കരുത്. By the way, my name is Sunil Joseph, an English teacher from EngMath Learning. Let's start our session today with the examples given on the board. Here we first see I ate a mango. Here ate verb. A mango is an object. Again, they took the ball. Took is the verb and the ball is an object. She drew a picture. She drew a picture. Drew is the verb and a picture is an object. Here, what do we understand from these three sentences? It has, or these sentences have, a subject, a verb and an object. Same way, subject, a verb, an object. She is the subject, drew is the verb and a picture is an object. Here what do we understand? Let's classify. See, all these three are verbs, and here we find another section with objects. So what do we understand? These are all sentences with transitive verb. Next, he fought. Let's underline the verb here. The flower fell. Fell is the verb. Harry moved. Moved is the verb. Next, after the verb, we don't find any word or no continuation. All these sentences stopped with subject and verb, and there are no objects. So we understand that sentences or verbs without objects are all intransitive verbs. Let's identify. Fought is an intransitive verb, and here it has no object. Again, fell is the verb, and fell is an intransitive verb, and after fell, look, here also no object. Again, Harry moved. It's an intransitive verb, and here no object. So we understand that sentences or verbs without objects are all moving into the category of intransitive verbs. When we learn and analyze this topic, we should keep one point in mind. Many verbs can be both transitive and intransitive. Let's familiarize. Here, Sylvie stopped the car. The verb is stopped. The car stopped. The verb is stopped, but no object. Here there is an object, but in the second sentence, in this pair, in the second sentence, there is no object. But in both the sentences, the verb is say. And we need to identify here stopped is a transitive verb. Why? Because it has an object, the car. And here stopped is an intransitive verb because here there is no object. Correct? The second pair, let's see here. He broke my bat. My bat broke. In both the sentences, broke is the verb and it has an object. See? My bat. Again, here, no, blank. After broke, full stop. The sentence completed. Okay, so the sentence gives the meaning without an object, and here in the first sentence, it gives the meaning with the support of an object. So, here in the first sentence, broke is a transitive verb, and here broke is an intransitive verb. Okay, now look into the third pair. See, here we have a little difference. Let's see, she speaks English. What? English. Verb, speaks. She speaks fluently. What is the verb? Speaks, say. And what is the difference? In the first sentence, again, we find an object. We get the object here. And in the second sentence, we may have a confusion. Why? Because in the first sentence, there are 3 words, and in the second sentence also there are 3 words. What is the third? Third word here is fluently. And fluently is not an object, but it is an adverb. We should always remember fluently is an adverb. Correct? So, after speaks here only we get an adverb, and here we get the object English. So, here also we understand the first sentence is with a transitive verb and the second sentence is with an intransitive verb. Okay, so one more point we need to identify here. After an intransitive verb, an adverb takes place. An intransitive verb is followed by an adverb or next pair here. What do we understand? He runs a shop. Runs, as we know, is the verb. He runs along the road. As we know, runs again. Here, same verbs. And a shop. We learned it might be object. So again we understand here, it is the first sentence. He runs a shop is a sentence with transitive verb, and he runs along the road is a sentence with intransitive verb. Please look into the written examples on the board. Now we are going to clear the concept intransitive verb plus adverb or prepositional phrase. Please look. She grew up on a ranch. Here, as we know, it's a verb, correct? Again, on. On is the preposition here, and on a ranch. On a ranch is the prepositional phrase. Next, she grew up to be a farmer. Same verb as it is shown in the previous sentence, and to be a farmer. To is the preposition here, and to be a farmer is the prepositional phrase. Here what we understand, in both the sentences, in the first sentence on and in the second sentence to, are prepositions, and prepositions introduce prepositional phrases. That is why we got 2 prepositional phrases in these sentences. The first one, grew up, after grew up on a ranch. So there is no object. In the second sentence, to be a farmer. Here also we get prepositional phrase, but we don't get object. So we conclude that these 2 sentences are with intransitive verbs. Hope that everybody understood the concept very well today. In case if you find any area to be learned again, please rewind it and watch it repeatedly. Please understand that there is another concept to be learned and discussed. A transitive verb can be used in the passive voice, but an intransitive verb cannot be used in the passive voice. We will discuss this topic in the next class. So, meet you again in the next class. Thank you.